Chapter 141. Bang! A small bee with detonate talisman behind explode near but the Uzumaki shinobi created a wall of earth to block the explosion. You call them. Yes. People of Kamizura clan. One of the Uzumaki shinobi shouted while looking at the surrounding. We are from Uzumaki clan, see the emblem. However, even if they said this, they still get attack, 1000 bee stings technique. A voice answered them with additional bee ninjutsu, earth release, rock wall. Clang. 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 The metal bee stings hit the rock wall blocking the attack, making everyone safe. It's headache. Xin helplessly cite, how can those people stupid, they creating enemy from then to there, you know you can't hurt us with your technique, better stop doing stupid thing, you already have many enemy. And the Konoha Umbu is coming soon. Uzumaki Xin saw that there was silent around him, so he continued. Think about your clan, think about your relatives, if you all die here, what will happen to your already weak clan? Swish, there was the sound of the breeze passing over the leaves. Seeing that they didn't launch an attack, Uzumaki people felt relieved. It would be good if they can understand each other. Xin was afraid that they are stupid people included on their team and create huge mess, fooling around. Give me advertisement. Here, young master. Naga give a piece of paper with advertisement. Xin directly ties the recruitment advertisement that they are prepared, tied on the Kamizura clan special bee, then release it hoping the people form bee clan see this. Love D patriarch, we. A Kamizura shinobi wearing a head protector of a Wagakure looked at the Uzumaki who was leaving and asked carefully. What should we do now? The patriarch of Kamizura looked at the Uzumaki shinobi who just left and sighed. He said, let's withdraw first before the Konoha Umbu arrive. He knew that the kid was 8. If they, the last group of strong ninja of the clan, stay here, maybe they really died and the clan finally disappear in this world. The last thing the patriarch want to see is the end of Kamizura clan. Especially since they also violated the Tsuchikage orders, it is estimated that even if they go back, they end still the same. He glanced at the recruitment paper hanging in the bee and think careful, maybe. Just maybe it's time for Kamizura clan to move forward. They already serve enough to the village and maybe it's time for them to become hermit living secluded. Chapter 142. Uzumaki Xin took his group out of the danger and ran towards Konoha. For Konoha's behavior to giving up teammates, it's nothing new. Giving up teammates, killing teammates, selling teammates, tithing is nothing new. Uzumaki shinobi only expressed their contempt. Taught him of you say run, the run, why bother them when they are the target? And shouting making the enemy hear your next move is stupid thing you would do in this situation. Well, Uzumaki clan and Konoha village are not team nor friends, not anyway, young master, why hire them? One of Uzumaki shinobi asked. They saw what Xin did. He sent out job advertisement to the enemy. Don't worry, I have already planned for them. Xin said casually, there is no other way for them but to find place to survive. We must know that now is the end of ninja war, in a peaceful period, and all ninja villages various countries are digesting the gains from the war, that if they have gain, all are struggling to catch up and try to recuperate from the previous damage. Therefore the Kamizura clan come to ambush Konoha. They must have something that Rai can show back to village. It would be uncomfortable to go back and not be treated as a Wagakure. Didn't you see that there's only couple of beekeepers left to the clan? In the end, it was destroyed by Konoha village. Maybe that's the end of the Kamizura clan. Where's Konoha shinobi? He was still worried about the scene of Konoha pushing them to fight the bee clan. He didn't expect Konoha to be shameless leaving them to fight the enemy. Don't worry. They should run better anyway. We have no grudge with the Kamizura clan anyway, and it's better to recruit them than be enemy. You know the Konoha Aburame clan is the mortal enemy of the Kamizura clan. So this time I said that we don't need to be worried. If Konoha retreat, we also retreat. If they fight, we watch. We can watch but never help them. We don't know when they just leave us and let us fend ourselves. Yes. Hearing the words of Xin, the people of Uzumaki clan replied helpless, and it seems they need to find a good chance to settle the account in the future, and at this moment, swish several Konoha Umbu appeared, each standing on the top of the tree. Staring at the Uzumaki shinobi. Yo? Finally come back. Uzumaki shinobi look at them sneering, young master Xin. Umbu ignores the sarcasm of Uzumaki shinobi and look at Xin. Where's the enemy? Do you think the enemy will wait for you to come and fight Konoha in front of your door? What a stupid question. Even Kamizura's shinobi is idiot. They will not chose to fight Konoha shinobi in front of their own village. That's suicide. Well, the Umbu stun in place. Of course, if he is the enemy, he will not stand and wait for them to come. Dying idiotic and dying heroic is two different things. How can anyone chose to die idiotic? Only crazy people will do that. Chapter 143. Konoha Village. Hey. Sarutobi Hiruzen rubbed the bridge of his nose, smoking his pipe while looking outside of the window. The representative of Uzumaki clan should coming soon. He didn't know what harm would happen to Konoha if the representative of Uzumaki kingdom come, but they should solve the current problem right now. 9 trails. Right now Uzumaki Mido is showing the weakest bring by her old body. She can persist such long time even though she already so old. The 9 tails Jinchuriki is now older than Sarutobi Hiruzen. She is on her late 60s and her lifespan is being used to keep the dangerous tail beast. If not because of the blood of Uzumaki clan, she can't persist longer than any other normal person, but even so she is the oldest Jinchuriki alive on this world and also the strongest of them all. From the report of Senju, Uzumaki Mido's health is getting weaker and weaker as time goes by. This year the 9 tails chakra burst for more than what the last year. This means the seal is also getting weaker. Right now the Konoha village need another Jinchuriki to host, and the perfect people that can do the perfect job is the Uzumaki clan, but the problem is that Konoha and Uzumaki clan is having relationship trouble today, and this trouble is made by them by disregarding the safety of Uzumaki kingdom. To his point of view, the crack in the relationship of two party is not that huge. They can still fix it and rebuild the broken trust of Uzumaki. The only problem is, how? That's right, how? It's easy to say than doing it. Fixing something they broke couple times is not an easy task, adding that the Uzumaki clan is not the Uzumaki clan who followed the Senju clan in the past. Sarutobi Hiruzen helpless sight. With problem that the last Warade is still OT solved, the problem of Uzumaki clan need to wait for meantime. Come here. Lord Hokage. Go and call Elder Danzo. Yes. A black shadow flashed past and responded loudly. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the crystal ball in front of him and scanned the security situation around Konoha. Although the war has just ended, the psychological condition of the villagers have not yet returned and they are still immersed in the sadness of the war. The deep atmosphere is now shrouding the whole Konoha village. This won't work. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed, knowing what he need to do after the war. Tai is the best time to develop, grow and thrive, but he has no choice. The sadness can't disappear like bubble. This thing need to delete by time and wait until everyone slowly recover. Monkey. Danzo walked in, frowning and looking at his friend. He puzzled asked, "What the matter calling me here? Did he don't know that he got so many things to do on his root base? You know that half of the root funding is sent to out those Uzumaki scum and still he need to find solution to the funding problem." Sarutobi Hiruzen took a smoke and raised his head staring at Danzo. It wasn't until he called by Danzo he finally replied. Recently, the patriarch of Senju clan come to complain, you always causing them trouble. He almost annoyed to death by the Senju clan. And right now because of the punishment they give to Senju Hen and other who rescue the Uzumaki clan, the Senju start to make trouble again. Ninja who don't obey order have bow value. Danzo merciless said. This makes Sarutobi Hiruzen turn silent. Chapter 144. Ninja who don't obey orders have no value. But the Senju clan is. Sarutobi Hiruzen helpless sight. He didn't want to do things so terrible. You must know that Konoha was created by Lord Hashirama and Lord Tobarama, while Lord Tobarama was still their master, and their master sacrificed himself to them that year. Hiruzen, your control over the village. Danzo sighed regretfully, thinking that his good old friend knew him, and he had to know everything. What he did is all for the village. Hearing Danzo's words, Sarutobi Hiruzen held his chin with both hands, with a thoughtful look on what Danzo said. He also knew why he pushed Danzo out of his back. Well, more pushing in the dark, isn't it? Because Konoha clan is too powerful, and his own power can't hold all of them on his hand. Even all of his year is sitting on his position, although the action in the past few years have made these family converge a lot. But the control is still not enough. If this time the Senju clan still holds so much power, then he need to break them to balance the power in the village. Sarutobi Hiruzen took his pipe, take a sip. His eyes suddenly turned narrowed. Perhaps this is also an opportunity to completely master the village. I didn't want to do anything to the teacher's family. Danzo said lightly. As long as they hand over those ninja who don't obey order and go to Uzumaki Kingdom without authorization. Sarutobi Hiruzen was silent for a while, put down the pipe on his hand and sighed. He then finally compromised. This matter. Up to you. But you have to remember, Senju clan is the teacher's family. He don't want to do anything terrible. If possible, he want to do this silently. But he can't. Blood need to spill for him to hold everything in the village in his hand. Senju clan patriarch, if it doesn't work, just hand over me. Senju Hene, the patriarch, who was thinking hard, he kneel on one leg and firmly said, I just said that this time it was our own decisions. It has nothing to do with the family. Recently, some of the younger generation the clan were taken away for no reason. ABT the sang back for no reason. He knew it was someone want to touch the Senju clan. If we can make sacrifice for the family, we will never hesitate. Senju Hen raised his head firmly said, however, Patriarch Senju sighed, looking at the direction of the Hokage rock, and helpless said, this time it's just an excuse. Regarding of whatever you disobey or not, Hokage-sama will still do this to us. Lord Hashirama, Lord Tobarama, it's really ironic. The power of the family in the village is really too great. The patriarch Senju looked at Senju Hen, who was kneeling on his knees, and said, Master Hokage want to control the village, so he set up the elderly group and let Danzo build the route. It's just that this time out Senju clan just gave the village an excuse. Master Hokage wants to frighten other family by using Senju as example. Founding clan have huge prestige on the village. By using us as example, they can flex their own strength. Chapter 145. Turned out to be they are being used a gun by the Hokage. This is not just a simple gun but a dealt one. Then we Senju clan? Senju Hen hesitate and said, let's fight them. In this way the other family will shock too. Shut up. Hearing Senju Hen words, the patriarch Senju sternly said, our Senju clan has been passed down for thousands of years, and we have experienced the warring states period. We have not encountered any disaster that we never solve. Haven't we Senju clan survived the same way? What's Motez the village is established by Lord Hashirama. The Senju clan will it betray their own people in exchange for peace. Patriarch Senju stared at Senju Hen, who was kneeling on the ground with sharp eyes and firmly said, now matter when it is. I. Senju Hen's eyes filled with tears. He leaned down in shame and said, I'm extremely sorry. I have put the family to shame. No, you don't. Patriarch Senju shook his head and said, you did not done anything wrong. Instead, you have maintained the reputation of Lord Hashirama and abide the agreement between the Senju clan and Uzumaki clan. Get up. Looking at Senju Hen, who's still lying on the ground, the patriarch sighed and said, restrict the clansmen and stop making trouble. Try to not to go out if possible. He know that third Hokage and Danzo were waiting for the Senju clan to hand them over. Yes. Senju Hen stood up, replied, Ad slowly withdraw. At Tao time, Lord Patriarch Master Hen. A Senju clan shinobi come in panic. What's the matter? The patriarch asked, frowning. A person form and you asked us to hand over the people who violated law and order. The person said, and the eldest lady is back. When the patriarch heard the report formed the tribe, he frowned and finally, don't pay attention to the umbu. As for Tsunade, Senju patriarch sighed and said helplessly, this matter, don't tell her. Konoha, a prosperous and peaceful village, represent powerful military strength of the most powerful land of fire, the large top the 5 major country, small village? How can Konoha small? The size is bigger than Uzumaki Kingdom. NWO, the peaceful village, is also immersed in the sadness of the war just ended. Uzumaki Xian looked at the wooden door in front of him. Above the door was the familiar Konoha village emblem. This time, he finally saw the real thing. He saw it on TV in his previous life and still remember the 2 guards of the gate who seems to live until the 4th Ninja War. The vitality of village is really tenacious. Uzumaki Xian looked at the Uzumaki clan emblem. Mockingly, they boasting that they possessed the strongest Hokage and was known as the most prosperous period. What a joke. This is nothing more than a blowout for the consolidation of his own regime. Kill your teammates, kill your teacher's family. Destroy dozen or so small clan, put anyone who they to fight into experiment table. Tai is how powerful the Hokage of this village. Chapter 146. When Xian is on the deep though, the Umbu come and speak. Young Master Xian, please wait a moment. Umbu casually said, I need to ask Hokage-sama for instructions. When Xian and other Uzumaki shinobi heard this, their eyes suddenly turned narrowed. They almost explode in spot when they heard the. It seems that Konoha already made a choice. Do you know who we are? Xian expressionless asked, yes. I'm asking you if you know who we are? You are the young master of Uzumaki clan. So you know me, that's good. Then tell me, did you ever see someone who part of the village need to wait outside to ask someone to let us enter? The Umbu taken back, he and the other realized something this time. Uzumaki clan is not other clan, they are one of the biggest clan that joined Konoha when they founded, while the current Jinchuriki is from Uzumaki clan. And also the wife of the first Hokage of all thing. Now here is the problem comes, a person who want to enter his own Jozi can't enter and needs someone to call to give them accessibility to the place where they can enter and exit. The Umbu don't know how to answer. This thing is something they can't just solve their own. When this starts something form awkward words. You are Umbu, right? Can I ask you if you are from Sarutobi clan? The face of Umbu around suddenly change while the leader look at Xian with gloomy eyes, not answering. That's fine, from your expression and the other, I understand now why you need to ask Hokage to let Uzumaki enter Konoha. But so you know, the barrier around Konoha is made by Uzumaki clan. The censor system of Konoha comes from Uzumaki clan. 15 of the land of Konoha is given to us when Konoha is founded. While all sealing technique that Konoha is using comes from donation of the Uzumaki clan. Now tell me, Sarutobi shinobi, do I need to ask someone if I need to enter Konoha? Or Konoha is gone now and it becomes Sarutobi village? Young Master Xian, your words is malicious. Are you saying that my Sarutobi clan is trying to get the whole village? Xian smiled at him and asked. Then tell me, who can give permission to let a member of founding clan to enter? Is your Sarutobi clan? Remember, your clan only joined because Senju clan is so soft-hearted and your clan is just medium clan to begin with. Why? Is your clan already become the largest clan in the village? Did you already defeat Senju, Uchiha, and Hyuga clan in terms as F number of shinobi? Sarutobi Umbu did not answer. He know that this thing is a sensitive thing to answer. No safe place right now. Of ever the other clan know the current situation of Sarutobi, it will going to become disaster. Okay. Uzumaki Xian nodded with a smile on his face. Should we go back to Uzumaki kingdom first? Let you ask for instructions? Master Hokage had notified us long time ago. One of the hate keepers walked out after seeing that the atmosphere is too heavy. Young Master Sarutobi didn't know because of the mission. I'm extremely sorry. Hearing the doorman's words, Xian nodded and asked, Can we enter now? Of course. The doorman said, I wish you a good time, I'm Konoha. Xian entered them look at the young master of Sarutobi and said, Even if you have 5,000 shinobi in your clan, this didn't mean that you are the strongest. Remember, blood limit is ultimate in this world, and having 3 or 4 elements to sue did not mean you can become strong. And besides, becoming Hokage did not mean you already own the whole village, so remember this, young master Sarutobi. Konoha will and never owned by any clan including the Hokage clan. Chapter 147. Hokage-sama. And Umbu appeared kneeling down on one knee and looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen in front of him. The people from Uzumaki clan are her. He respectfully said, They are finally here? Sarutobi Hiruzen took a breath and said, Send Umbu to monitor the Uzumaki shinobi. No matter what happens, you need to report it back immediately. Yes. Looking at the Umbu leaving, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know whether his decision was right or wrong, but everything he did was for Konoha's development. He have clear conscience, as long as it for the village, any sacrifice is worth. Sarutobi Hiruzen firmly said, Lord Mito, the people from Uzumaki clan are here. The maid at Uzumaki Mito walked in and respectfully said, Are you here? Uzumaki Mito looked at her in confused, murmuring, The one who will come will eventually arrive in the end. She raised her head and looked at the maid in front of her. What are they doing now? And, is the young patriarch is coming too? They are walking around Konoha. The maid said with a smile. Is that the young boy? He really is young. I didn't expect to be strong. This is simply unimaginable. Uzumaki Mito said sadly. The Uzumaki clan, the Senju clan, and the Uchiha clan are all families that have been passed down for thousands of years. Each family has its own strong man on every generation, just like Hashirama, Madara, and Mr. Uzumaki Mito. It's just that had I left the Uzumaki clan back then, creating the current situation or the Uzumaki kingdom. Now the Uzumaki clan finally appear again. Uzumaki Mito smile. There's no need to worry about other people covering now. Master Mito is very happy to see the younger generation of her tribe. Seeing Uzumaki Mito smile, the maid also said with a smile, "Really?" Uzumaki Mito murmured in confused. She didn't know if she should agree to the request of Hiruzen, but the problem with 9 tails with Konoha must be solved. Peace without war, this is the wish of Hashirama and what she also desires too. I'm just a member of Uzumaki clan. Uzumaki Mito doesn't even know what to do. In any case, the Uzumaki clan are members of her own natal family. Maybe inform the kid. Uzumaki Mito said to the maid with determination in his eyes. I want to see him. Anyway, the Uzumaki clan is no longer that Uzumaki clan she can't decide what they need to do and what is not. The only thing she can do now is to see what young patriarch will do, yes. The maid reply, what Uzumaki clan guys doing? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the Umbu in front of him frowning, there is something weird. Eating ramen. Umbu reply. Chapter 148. Eating ramen. Sarutobi Hiruzen stunned for a while and asked Agent. Did they do anything else? No. Umbu responded. But there seems to be other Umbu shinobi watching around. Other Umbu? Sarutobi Hiruzen frowned and muttered. Is it the root? You know he didn't send a second Umbu team, so the only people left is the root. What else does Danzo want to do? Sarutobi Hiruzen though, now it's critical moment, nothing bad should happen. Continue to monitor and owe attention to the other Umbu team at the Amar time. If there is any problem, report to me first. Yes. After one left, a second one arrived. Hokage-sama. What's the matter? Master Mito asked to see the Uzumaki clan. Just after Uzumaki Xin finished eating, Umbu suddenly jumped out and almost get beaten by Naga and Kushina. Thank goodness he stopped them before causing trouble. The Umbu only informing them that Lord Mito want to see him and he need to go now. Uzumaki Xin was helpless. This was just sightseeing trip for him. Someone told him to go straight for the last trip, making the journey quickly end. This disturbs his mood. Looking at the place where Senju clan lives, he really don't know what he expected. It is indeed one of the 2 big family that founded Konoha. Their place is really huge. No wonder someone in the future wants to deal 2 big family. It is estimated that the land annexation is going to be more serious, but he don't care. Lord Xin. The Doro guard seems to have received the notice long ago, opened the door and bowed respectfully. Please come in. He didn't sew over and it seems the already prepared. It looks like this is a bit troublesome. Uzumaki Xin touched his chin, murmured. It should be to solve the problem with Kyubi. Otherwise, why would you invite him over here so solemnly and isolated? It must be a matter of discussion. Xin can tell easily just from what he's sensing inside of Senju and the restless of Umbu monitoring them. Apart from Kyubi, Uzumaki Xin doesn't know what else is going on. Is it really the old ancestor who want to meet the younger generation? Don't be kidding. If that's the case, why did Uzumaki Mito never return to Uzumaki Kingdom once but kept working with Konoha? Umbu, he is a direct unit serving Hokage. Except for Hokage, he doesn't need to be respectful to anyone, so she task is only to monitor. Uzumaki Xin ignored Umbu around. His focus is what in front of him. He sighed and walked in to see what waiting for him this time. Chapter 149. In front of Uzumaki Mito's room, knock. Knock. Crack. The door was opened and an older woman who was over 50 years old come out and said with a smile. Is it you, younger patriarch? Hello. Uzumaki Xin looked at the brown-haired woman in front of him, knowing that as should be Mito's personal maid. Please come in, young patriarch. The maid said, Master Mito has been waiting for a long time. Uzumaki Xin walked into the room. He knew that at the moment he stepped in, he represent the Uzumaki Kingdom and Uzumaki Mito represent Konoha, so now he can't lose the face of Uzumaki Kingdom, he can't lose Uzumaki. For example, he country face, perhaps Uzumaki Mito still had the Uzumaki clan in her heart, but when she ignores the danger of Uzumaki Kingdom, she become part of Konoha would not support that moment. Uzumaki Xin knew that Uzumaki Mito was no longer a member of the Uzumaki clan. The Uzumaki clan and Uzumaki Kingdom could only regard her as a friend. Are you here? Uzumaki Mito sat on a recliner looking at Uzumaki Xin with a smile on her face, the current Uzumaki patriarch and the youngest shadow-level shinobi in this world. "Hello, Grandma Mito." Uzumaki Xin greet her with a smile, good. When Uzumaki Mito heard Uzumaki Xion's words, he suddenly narrowed her eyes, seemed very happy at this moment. "Young patriarch, come and sit down." Uzumaki Xion walked directly to the table in front of Uzumaki Mito, looking at Uzumaki Mito with a smile on his face. He faced her directly without any fear or arrogant, but full of silent and confidence. "He don't look like timid. You must know that with high age, he developed so many things that a person can't develop even for 10 lifetime. The Uzumaki Kingdom." Uzumaki Mito was silent for a while and finally sighed. "Is it okay?" She knew that when she agreed to become Jinchuriki and success in becoming perfect Jinchuriki, she had already pushed the Uzumaki clan into huge problem. There was no one or any ninja village who did not want a powerful tools like her. But she did not go support the Uzumaki Kingdom, even though she is the strongest force in the village. Tai is also what she feels guilty about. The Uzumaki clan did not get any help from her and from Konoha. "Everything is fine," Xion said. "After the war, rebuilding begin, it should be restored after a while." "That's good." Hearing his words, Uzumaki Mito's heart breathed a sigh of relief, and there was less guilty left. Looking at the 10-year-old boy in front of him, she was full of emotion. He is too young, really young. Never before has there been such UG patriarch at same time shadow class shinobi in the ninja world. Even Hashirama was not strong at Tai age. "You?" Uzumaki Mito stared at Uzumaki and seriously asked, "Do the Uzumaki clan still hate Konoha?" "What kind of question is that? Isn't it obvious?" "Of course Uzumaki clan hate Konoha. They hate their self being fool following such selfish people who only see their interest and not other." Chapter 150. Uzumaki Xion looked at Mito. Without a second thought he answered, "I hate this village. My hatred almost overflow and can't help but to destroy this whole village." In an instant, Mito released a powerful murderous intent, making everyone inside and outside of Senju shudders. What's happening? What kind of person can have such scary killing intent? Senju Hen and the Senju Patriarch can't help but to look at one direction. Not only them but the Uzumaki shinobi look worry, while looking at same direction that everyone is looking. Root and Umbu can't help but to jump away, sensing that dangerous vibes coming from the Senju. They thought that their own surveillance made the Senju clan displeased. Hokage building Sarutobi Hiruzen can't help but to stand up while looking at the Senju clan, his face full of worries and nervousness. "Come in." "Yes." Umbu appeared. "Can all the team who monitoring Uzumaki clan fall back?" At same time called Danzo here. "I want to talk to him." "Yes." Hiruzen keeping looking at one direction and can't help but to feel nervous. How can't he sense the owner of that killing intent? What he is hoping is this killing intent is not directing towards them, or else maybe he will forgot everything Senju did and push them to their own demise. "I hope my guts is wrong." "Ha ha ha." Uzumaki Mito smiled and laughed as if nothing happened. She could hear clearly. This kid is not joking at all. But in his eyes he is just a little kid complaining to Konoha. But even so, this thing is pretty serious. The hatred that he have is real, and she don't know if his anger will eventually disappear or not. "Mito, kill this kid. He will destroy Konoha." Based on his expression, Kurama, who's sleeping inside of Mito, suddenly speak. He is not taunting or trying to misguide her this time. Kurama, he's still young. His view will eventually change as days continue. You're turning blind to this kid. I can sense it, and I'm sure you sense it. This kid is dangerous. Not dangerous. Every word's coming from his lips is true. He will surely destroy this village as he have enough strength to do so. How can't Mito see it? Of course she clearly see Xion's intentions, but touching the Uzumaki patriarch will push the hatred between two group into peak. At same time, she is embarrassed for Uzumaki clan. Not only she did not help them when they need her, but she keep Konoha than her own clan. This time, it was Konoha who was sorry for Uzumaki kingdom. Uzumaki Mito shook her head helplessly. But at that time Konoha couldn't easily make a move. Peace. It's hard to come by. If Xin is native of this world, maybe he can understand Mito's words, but he is not. How can't he knows all hidden to them? That's why his reaction is extreme. And this is also why Mito can't understand Xin at all. Their both information and knowledge is different in huge margin.